Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be talking about the product identities. So these are sort of like a set of identities in trigonometry that we use to simplify certain trigonometric functions. So let's see. We have sine A times cosine B. So if you have sine of any angle, so let's say 30 degrees, times cosine of any angle that's different than your original angle here, then you can essentially just simplify this using this identity over here. So you're going to write 1/2. And then you're going to do sine of A plus B. In this case, A is 30 and B is 20. So sine of A plus B degrees plus sine of A minus B. So we're going to do 30 degrees minus 20 degrees. So 30 degrees minus 20 degrees. And you can simplify this to essentially just find this. It's hard to find this unless you put it inside a calculator, but using certain, like the unit circle, you can use certain concepts to easily just sort of simplify your equation into something more simple. So you can do this for all of your functions over here. I don't think there is much use in explaining each and every single one, so we'll just get straight into doing examples with them. But it is a bit hard to memorize. Essentially, it just takes a bit of memorization. You have to understand that when you put cosine A and sine B, then it's going to be essentially the same thing, but a reverse. So like on the top, you're going to do addition, and on right underneath that, you're going to do subtraction. So there's different ways to memorize this, but it does take a bit of time. So let's start doing examples. Okay, so this is going to be our first example, and we are going to find cosine of 30 degrees times sine of 30 degrees. So to do this, we're going to need to use this specific identity because that's the order we're given it in. And let's just simplify. So it's going to be cosine of 30 times sine of 60 equals 1/2 times sine of A plus B. In this case, A is 30 degrees and B is 60 degrees, minus sine of A minus B. So 30 degrees minus 60 degrees. So it's going to be 30 degrees minus 60 degrees. And we just need to simplify this to solve. So let's do 1/2 of sine of 90 degrees because 30 plus 60 is 90. So I just simplified that. Minus sine of negative 30 degrees because 30 minus 60 is negative 30. To simplify this even further, we're going to do 1/2 times sine of 90. Sine of 90 degrees is equal to 1. So it's going to be 1 minus sine of negative 30 degrees. So sine of negative 30 degrees is equal to negative 1/2. Now you can get that if you look at the unit circle and have an understanding of how to find certain trigonometric functions. But if you simplify this, it's just a matter of simplifying and doing some arithmetic, but it's going to be 1 plus 1/2. So it's going to be 1/2 times 3/2, which is finally going to be equal to 3/4. So your final answer for cosine of 30 times sine of 60 degrees is equal to 3/4. And as you can see, we found that entirely by just using our identity and by using some unit circle calculations. So now we're going to do the question sine of 60 degrees times sine of 30 degrees. So we are going to be using this identity because that's the one that matches our trigonometric functions. And let's just start substituting. So this will equal 1/2, so I just brought down the 1/2, times cosine of A minus B. A in this case is 60 degrees and B is 30 degrees. So it's going to be 60 degrees minus 30 degrees minus cosine of A plus B. So 60 degrees plus 30 degrees. And now we just need to simplify that. So if we simplify that, we'll get 1/2 times cosine of 30 degrees because we just subtract 60 degrees minus 30 degrees minus cosine of 90 degrees because 60 plus 30 is 90. If we simplify this even further, we know that cosine of 30 degrees is equal to the square root of 3/2, and you can get that by doing some unit circle calculations. And then we know that cosine of 90 degrees is 0. So essentially this is just 1/2 times root 3/2, which is going to be equal to square root of 3/4. So your final answer for sine of 60 degrees times sine of 30 degrees is going to be equal to the square root of 3/4. I hope this made sense. Essentially, you're just going to be doing the same calculation and substitutions if using your other identities. I hope you all found this video useful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment them down below.